and as we talk, listeners, if you want to call in with a question, comment, opinion, etc., uh, it's 646-478-5710. 646-478-5710. I want to give a few quick shout outs. I see Adam Net in my chat room. What's up, Adam? I already gave a shout out to Charles D. I see a number of guests. I see Jazz Kaz, Jordan Green, Raw Truth. I said, oh, Sam, what's up, Sam? That's my good buddy from London. Sam is an extra cool friend of mine. Um, but yeah, we talking tonight. If you're just tuning in, we have an open forum discussion, and we probably gonna cover a few things as the conversation goes on. But the main theme is we're asking: is it still necessary slash beneficial for a single heterosexual man to meet a woman and ask her out on a date, like a dinner and movie date, a lunch date, go bowling date, whatever.
Right.
So, Steve, what's some of your general thoughts on the idea of a man meeting a woman and asking her out on a date?
Well, the difference is, and guys, hopefully y'all can get your. If you, I always tell guys get the crayons out to write this down or take notes because this is very important. What I'm about to say, because I haven't even said this on my show. I'm just the first time I'm saying it on your show, Alan. There,
Oh, okay.
a man needs, and guys, write this down if you have this. See, the difference between not having a date and, I mean, not going on a date and going on a date is based on what I call five sexual weapons. And if you have these five sexual weapons, like an Al Roger Curry or someone like that, you don't have to ask a woman out on a date because you can back it up on what you're doing. And let me just give you these quick five. The first five is the skill of being able to satisfy a woman. The second thing is sexual communication. The third thing is sexual confidence. The next thing is bedroom technique. And last is broad mindedness. And what I mean by that is not judging a woman for the whore that she is or the nasty things that she does. So if you don't have those five things, then by all means you better take that bitch out to Chez Francais and get the valet parking and shit because you got to balance that shit out. That's what it is. But when you know how to do all that shit like fucking, eating that pussy, satisfying her, talking dirty, making her play with her pussy, and doing all kind of nasty shit with the telephone, and put a cucumber in her pussy over the phone, and all that nasty shit, then you don't have to take her on a date because she already knows what kind of motherfucker you are by your behaviors. And that's the thing, Alan. You know how you always walk down the street, always say this, you see a loser. You see a guy that you never met before. We've all done that. Everybody in the room, in the chat room, y'all know you walk down the street, you see somebody like, man, look at that motherfucking loser over there. Don't know shit about him, right, Alan? Don't know anything about him, but we judge somebody, right?
Right.
Well, it's the
Right.
same thing women
Hmm.
do to guys. They can tell by their demeanor, and then they just co-sign when they talk to you if you can fuck, if you have those five sexual weapons. Because it's one thing talking a good game, but if you can't back that shit up with these five sexual weapons, it's a wrap.
Hmm. Okay. That's good shit, bro. Um, okay. When do you think it is an absolute, complete waste of time for a man to say spend, do the dinner and movie thing or the dinner and concert thing? And on the flip side, when, if any instance, do you think it's actually to a man's benefit to do that type of thing?
Well, it's a fine line between wanting a long term relationship, but you can't really know that before you test drive it. I always say you got to test drive anything before you take it off the lot to give it value. And I know women are listening to this, and ladies, I'm about to tell you something that might hurt your feelings, but I don't give a fuck. The thing is, you don't have value. You may think you have value. Sure, you can value yourself all you want, but it's the man that places value in you. Alan, I'm sure you know McDonald's and Burger King that has the Big Mac and the Whopper. they think their sandwich is the best in the world, right?
Right.
Okay. But who gives the value of that sandwich? You as a consumer, when you want a hamburger, you make the choice, right? Do I want a Big Mac or do I want to?
Right.
So you put the value in the burger just like we do in the woman. And see, guys, I always tell you, don't just judge a woman based off the lies, the fake fucking hair, the fake fucking nails, the fucking outfit that's 2 sizes smaller, the fake ass personality, the woman that hides the kid in the attic and plays it off like she ain't never been fucked before, the Virgin Mary and all this other shit. You have to drive it off the lot until you give it value. So I would tell you, don't judge a woman. They ain't shit until they prove to you how valuable they are.
Now, it was interesting along these same lines. Me and Steve, we like I already said, we talk a number of times privately, and I'd say probably 87.4% of the time we agree on everything to do with dating relationships. But every now and then we have our little, lighthearted debates. And Steve said something interesting to me about 2 or 3 conversations ago. And I forget how we got to this point, but we were talking about, I was basically saying that a lot of times, I feel like, I've told my clients this, sometimes I can look at a woman and tell if she's one night stand material, weekend fling material, friends with benefits material, and long term girlfriend material. And Steve was basically like, how can you just look at a woman and tell that she's long term girlfriend material? I said, oh, by the way she looks, by the way she carries herself, by the, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
He said, no, that's bullshit. There is no such thing as long term girlfriend material until you fuck that woman.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of, small part of me actually agree with him, but just as much, if not more, of me kind of disagree with him because I was like, well, there's been women I've dated in the past that I knew right off. Now, my very last serious relationship was in that category, and because it didn't turn out so well, it kind of played right into his hands. But so let me just ask you, Steve. So you think it's impossible? Well, maybe that's too strong a word, impossible, but unlikely to meet a woman, for any guy to say to meet a woman tomorrow night or Saturday night, and within the first 2 or 3 minutes of meeting her saying, wow, she's long-term girlfriend material.
See, again, this is a weird one, guys, because I mean, Allen is right, but see, Allen ain't playing fair though, guys. Because you talking to Mo motherfucking one, so it don't really fucking matter what the bitch think. But I mean, I'm gonna leave that beside. I'm gonna act like you just blow Joe from across the street. Goddamn it, we know you Mo one motherfucker. But what I'm saying is what I'm saying is this cake. I'm saying this shit, motherfucker. What I'm saying is that guys like me and you, it really doesn't matter what the fuck she is, because you and I both know once we get our mouthpiece in their ear, in our dicks, either in their mouths or in their pussies, we can train them and change their behaviors. So you and I, it doesn't count for us because we can change any bitch. Any fucked up woman we see, we know we can train the bitch. We know we can do that. What I'm saying for the regular guy that doesn't know shit about women, that's afraid to talk to women, and believes the lie when they tell him they sugar and spice and shit, fuck no, nigga. I mean, excuse me, Alan. Shit. Come on, man.
Yeah, you and I both made that mistake.
Yeah, my bad,
I
dog.
said the N-word inadvertently. You said the N-word.
My bad, man. Excuse me.
No, it's
You ain't fair.
But yeah, I have to be honest. It did. That conversation with you made me think. It really made me think because I thought about, honestly, the times I made a mistake. Like, matter of fact, my listeners, guys who are listening right now who read my books, probably are familiar with this quote of mine. I've always had a quote I've given to guys who I work with, whether it's consultations, coaching sessions, etc. I say, if you're going to be wrong about an assumption, it is always better to assume that a woman is a kinky, big ass kinky freak when she actually might be a good girl than to assume that a woman's a good girl when she's really a big ass kinky freak.
Wait, Alan. Now, wait. They
So
all are
I
whores.
think
They all are whores. I mean, you didn't ask me that. They all are whores. They all are whore. Hey, and any woman listening, yeah, I'm talking about you. You're a fucking whore. You know you are. Alan, they're all whores. I'm sorry. You didn't ask me that shit, motherfucker. You asked me something else. They're all whores. I'm sorry.
okay, again, I got to remind you, man. Next, anytime you're on the show, we're gonna need you to be more candid, more straightforward with your
Oh,
opinion.
okay, I'm sorry.
You can't be just,
Okay, I'm
mincing
sorry.
words and shit.
Ladies, you
So
all are fucking whores.
okay, let's touch on that because you have this strong statement you've always made on your show and you make it on your Facebook. You believe that 98% of women in society ain't about shit,
Yes.
and another 1% are lesbians
Yes.
and bisexuals,
Yes.
and that only leaves really 1% of quality women.
Yes.
So
Yes.
do you genuinely only believe that approximately 1% of women in society are girlfriend material, wife
Yep,
material?
man. Those bitches, and excuse my language, you beautiful women, yeah, they hang out with the Smurfs, unicorns, and goddamn elves. They are hard to find. They're diamonds in the rough. Yes. Everybody else, guys, ain't shit. Now that doesn't mean you can't change an ain't shit bitch into quality material. But I'm just saying if you don't want to deal with the bullshit. But Alan, they all ain't shit. They're not The bottom line is, guys, I'm old school. I'm all about traditional. I'm not, a woman should know her fucking place at the table. She should shut her fucking mouth when men are around or speaking or when men are there. She needs to go in the goddamn room. But now we're at a time where all these women want to be a part of everything. And god damn it, Alan, I hope we talk about these guys and they fucking friends and shit. Female friends, man. That's even fucking bullshit.
Oh well, yeah, man.
Shit.
Matter of fact, my followers know that I know you ain't a religious person, and actually I'm not really. I consider myself more spiritual than religious. But one thing some of my followers and listeners have gotten a kick out of is I always quote this guy. Matter of fact, when I spoke in London, I quoted this. When I used to be in this church when I lived in Los Angeles. Matter of fact, related to this.